This might appear to be a normal original Xbox. But what's inside it is far from normal. Now, lots of people have done PCs in an Xbox chassis before, and if we're being honest, the finish on some of those is better than what we've done here. But every other project we've found either compromised on the form factor, like adding more space to the bottom, or compromised on the performance, with most of them rocking a mid-tier gaming graphics card at best. Well, compromise is not the Linus Tech Tips way. We will settle for nothing less than the first Xbox with support for real-time ray tracing. Nothing less than the fastest Xbox ever. Getting all that performance in here wasn't easy though, so let's take a look at what it took to make our latest sleeper PC, Patrice. Brought to you by our sponsor, Madrinas. Madrinas Coffee blends specialty cold brew coffees into 15-ounce grab-and-go cans for everyone's convenience. Check them out and use offer code Linus to save 40%. We'll have that linked below.
So the very first thing we need to do is just make sure that everything that we have here fits. So we have this GeForce RTX 2070 from Zotac, and it should fit in. Like, I did some CAD and everything fits in theory, but we have, I think, 3 millimeters of space on the side. So, wow, that's a really long screw.
For those of you freaking out, we got this Xbox in non-working condition for $10. So don't stress out about us destroying vintage gaming hardware. Disassembly was about what you'd expect. Inside, the Xbox One, not to be confused with the Xbox One, is basically a normal computer with the majority of the internal space being used for a disk reader and a mechanical hard drive. Well, we won't be needing either of those anymore. Let's do a test fit. For this sleeper, we'll be using one of Zotac's epic mini graphics cards. In this case, an RTX 2070 and a Core i5-8400 6-core CPU. Now, compared to some of our other sleepers, Patrice's performance isn't as over the top, but we're working with a passively cooled HDPlex power supply, and we wanted to save as much of our power budget as possible for the graphics card. Besides, we figured chances are anything more powerful would have thermal throttled anyway. It seems like everything will fit. We just need to make sure it all works together, and more importantly, that our power supply is actually able to handle it all. So don't mind the mess at this stage. This is just for testing purposes.
Power there, short at the pins, and oh, hello. Yeah, it's past test number 1, but we do need to get a monitor and keyboard and make sure that it's actually able to like run Windows and crap. So we got into Windows, no problem, everything's working. That's kind of expected. But the real test here is when I hit start, it might shut down. And if it does, we're gonna have to rethink the whole thing. So, so far so good.
How are you gonna get all of that stuff in there?
That's the thing I want to discuss with you. So, poorly is basically the answer.
Oh, that's not an answer.
Well, it kind of, so we can do two things. We can either have it be really powerful or look good on the inside. And I don't think there's a way to have both of those things.
Okay, sleepers, let's bring it back to cars, right? So sleepers have to look bone stock from the outside. That we agree on. And sleepers have to be just head-turningly fast off the line.
Yeah.
Is there any rule that says they have to be gorgeous inside?
No.
Then I guess we know what to do. You're gonna need ventilation holes on the bottom of the case.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you're gonna need to cut away the bottom of the case.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. We might have to shave off a bit of this plastic shroud as well. In fact,
I think we just remove it.
Remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's it even do other than look cool? Yeah, I think we need to go in that way. Then we have the perforation in the bottom. This thing shouldn't even overheat.
Perfect.
Perfect. Because we're gonna perforate. And that's my cue to exit.
Goodbye.
Our methods for CNCing sheet aluminum have improved significantly since our previous attempt in Margaret. We now have a single flute end mill and double-sided tape that doesn't gum up the bit, giving us excellent results. This means that we should end up with perfect mounting points for our hardware and much better rigidity compared to the paper-thin metal that's currently in here.
Off camera, I did a prototype bend with our little vice brake here, and it's...
We could just kind of go, yeah, good enough, but it's not good enough.
No. So we have a solution.
Okay.
I took the credit card, and we got a really big thing that's going over here. Do you want to come?
Oh, that kind of solution. Is this safe? How are you supposed to move these things? Oh, that's why you guys are all here. Okay. Okay. How much was this?
Like $800.
Oh, that's actually not as bad as I was expecting, just based on the weight.
Yeah, no, it was actually very on sale. We got a good deal.
I wanted to buy the $3,000 one.
All right, well then in that case, good work, Alex. All right, fun. Actually, this is not that bad with 6 people. Wait, so this countertop is gonna be basically unusable for like weeks, months. Who signed off on this?
You said you don't care. That's the actual quote of what you said about it. All right.
Okay, hold on. So you guys go ahead and come out. Why do you get the coolest toys around here?
Brandon also gets really cool toys.
That's true, but I think this one's cooler. And how do you pick the angle you want? You eyeball-immolate it?
Kind of eyeball it.
Okay, and then you unlock it down.
And then, boom. There you go.
You done bent some metal there, boy.
So for bending sheet metal, kind of the best way to do it is to use this, what's it called, blue layout die. And that lets you come in, you just cover it, it dries really fast, and you can scribe directly on it and get this super high contrast and also very precise line. We have a plan here that just tells us all of our dimensions, where the bends need to be. And also I've numbered each bend, because like if you bend, let's say number 6 before number 1, you won't be able to complete it because the bend will hit the rest of that as it goes around.
Since the part wasn't designed with this break in mind, a couple of the bends were pretty sketchy. But V2 got all of the critical dimensions correct and was miles ahead of the previous prototype, so we consider it a success. The next step was a test fit and, oh no.
Don't worry, Mr. Linus.
So it was at this point that we confirmed that the stock fans and shroud from our graphics card would need to be removed. While he was at it, Alex replaced the original thermal paste with some Cryonaut, since we're gonna need all the help we can get when it comes to cooling. With our replacement liner prepared, the old liner was forcibly removed, and all of the old mounting needs to come out now with lots of dremeling, and oh, wow, that fits like a glove.
Now we have to make some holes for the motherboard and GPU there. Yeah, this is really the point of no return right here. Like the stuff on the inside, you can't tell, but if I screw this one up, geez, we're just done.
First, the bulk was removed with a cutting disc, then Alex brought it close with a grinding bit, finishing off with a file for a nice smooth cut.
So what's about to happen is not for the squeamish. So the DVI connector here, it goes in like this, and unfortunately it kind of interferes with where the power connector is going to be. 10 out of 10 would not recommend doing this to your GPU.
The now DVI connectorless card got blown out with compressed air to ensure that no metal shards would short it out. Then it was taped up and reassembled. But that actually wasn't the end of the carnage for this poor thing. The I/O shield needed to be first flattened out and then cut down to size to fit into the extremely small space we have for it. Next, all of the holes that we needed in the bottom of the case were drilled out and a fan intake was cut into the bottom. A hole was added for the power connector, not because this is the best time for that step, but rather because we forgot to do it before. And then the sheet metal interior was ready to be riveted together. We're actually getting pretty close to final product here, so the blue layout die that was covering it was removed with acetone, and then our liner was given a coat of black paint. While that dried, the hole for the GPU I/O was created with the Dremel, and we were ready for a real test fit. Since the original GPU's fans ended up being too big, smaller ones were added using zip ties. Fitting everything in a case like this is difficult even with purpose-built parts. As for our machine, well, everything does have its place, but getting it in is another story. Like, the GPU is so close to the motherboard that even the I/O cover needed to be removed for it to all fit. But, lo and behold, everything did fit. Now it's just time to make sure that it all still works.
Oh, nice. Like it's showing up over there? Yeah. Oh, wow. It just worked. I honestly wasn't expecting it to just work. I figured I'd have to do at least one little kajiggering. Damn! That's not the power button.
Look, I didn't have an Xbox, okay? Ooh. That can be controlled, right?
Yeah.
Like that can be dialed back?
Yeah, if you want it to be full-blown sleeper, you can just be like, kabam.
Okay, is it supposed to be green?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm enjoying this. It's not especially quiet. I wouldn't describe it as crazy loud either, though. And the exhaust system that you've built, such as it were, does seem to be working. Like there's definitely warm air coming out. So let's see what kind of performance we can expect out of this thing. 130 to 160 FPS. Not bad! Get that glory kill, ba-ba, ba-pow. Oh yeah, you're dead. So we're seeing 84 degrees, 96% GPU usage though, so we're definitely hitting it hard. And then our core clock is here is in like the 13 high, 14 lows. Okay. So
yeah, it's like right at base clock for the card.
Should we hook it up in its new home?
Sure.
So right down here, guys, we've got the Xbox One X versus, you could call this like an X box. You know, it's got that X factor.
It's Patrice.
Patrice, sure. Apparently the One X runs at 60 FPS. What compromises are they making here? I mean, the Xbox One X is what? Like an RX 480 or something like that? Well, okay, so fine. The Xbox One X runs at a higher frame rate and is probably less buggy than the PC version. Okay, that was not smooth. Shut up!
You're in a field. There's like 4 trees.
Whee! Oh God. So this is a little overpowered for most like local multiplayer PC gaming experiences, isn't it?
Are you saying we should have put less power in it?
I'm saying the power we put in it might have been unnecessary. Oops. Oh no, I meant to put it down in my hand and I missed. This is just hard to watch. Oh, no way! How do you slide?
X, I believe.
Yep, that works. Okay, cool. I can't believe they saved that. They're better than us so far, but they're not very good. I can't find the ball. I legitimately have no idea where the ball is. Did they quit? We won! We're that bad, and we still won. This is gonna be awesome once we have this like all set up and everything. I mean, this aspect of it is basically good to go. Like we can plug wired controllers in from the front. We've got wireless Xbox controllers, so you can use any kind of controller you want, because if someone wants a PS4 controller or whatever, they can just plug in a wire. Like, this is freaking awesome!
And it's so stealth.
It's our most useful sleeper ever. So we've got 1 terabyte of storage now, because we're using a 1 terabyte M.2 boot drive, but I suspect we're gonna wanna add a larger game library. I mean, the worst case scenario is we grab an external 4 terabyte hard drive and plug it into USB 3. Set resolution, just... You can't set any other resolution. You know what? I bet if we just exit the game again and try again, like Rocket League, it'll just get its act together. This is like really not a great sales pitch for PC gaming.
It's really great after you go into like the file.
A config file and manually. I'm just seeing if it has that. No, I don't see an obvious
saves.
way to. I doubt it. Oh, all right.
Oh heck yeah! There we go.
Okay.
You can't do this on a console.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to because it's a really, really bad experience, but 3840 by 2160, full screen. I bet I have to change that to true. Okay, let's just see if there's anything else we should probably change in here. That all looks fine. PC gaming.
Yay!
Yay. Find the parameters, change the parameters, and then, oh, it's time to go to bed. You missed out on your gaming time tonight. That looks better.
Yeah.
Damn it. Why is this necessary? Oh, that looks so much better.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Yes. Okay, campaign?
Yep, sure.
I don't understand what weapon I have. Oh, I have a flamethrower. Oh, cool. Nice.
Okay, he's actually OP.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, does it make a difference? Like, do all the guys have different weapons?
Yeah, they do.
Did you kill me? Did I die?
Oh, you killed yourself.
What?
MacGyver throws dynamite.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. There you have it. We built the world's most powerful gaming Xbox. Take that, Microsoft. There were some anomalies with Forza, but we're gonna blame Microsoft for that. They stacked the deck in their favor. So all that's left then is to tell you about today's video sponsor. FreshBooks is the small business accounting software that's custom built for how you want to work. It's a simple way to be more productive, more organized, and to get paid faster if you're a freelancer or if you're self-employed. You can create and send professional-looking invoices in less than 30 seconds. You can set up online payments with just a couple of clicks to get paid up to 4 days faster. You can see when your client has seen your invoice to put an end to the guessing games. And, this is really cool, you can take the whole experience with you on the go with their fully featured apps for both Android and iOS. So don't take my word for it. Try out FreshBooks today. They offer an unrestricted 30-day free trial if you just go to freshbooks.com/techtips. We're gonna have that linked below. Just make sure you enter Linus Tech Tips in the How Did You Hear About Us section. So thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, you can hit that button, but if you liked it for its sheer awesomeness, then go ahead, hit that like button, get subscribed, or maybe consider checking out where to buy the stuff we featured at the link in the video description. I mean, yeah, not this specifically, but like, I don't know, Zotac has super compact graphics cards, and we've used them for all kinds of cool stuff at this point. So you can go check those out. Also linked in the video description, our merch store, which has cool shirts like this one, and our community forum, which you should totally join.
We'll also put CAD files down there if you actually want to make one of these.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
nice.
might as well.
Brofist! Rah! This game's pretty fun, we should play some more later.